What's up, YouTube? I'm geeking out and I've got a brand new video for you guys. I have now the full review for season 3 of Daredevil. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I actually finished season 3 several days ago, but I just have not had a chance to get to the review. I've been wanting to, and I just have not had the time. But I finally got some time today, and I wanted to get this out to you guys as soon as I possibly could. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, if you watched the mid-season review, you know I covered episodes 1 through 7. Now, I want to just go over the entire season. Again, no spoilers, just like the mid-season review. But I want to give you guys my thoughts on what I thought about this season as a whole. Again, if you watched the mid-season review, you know I was really loving season 3. I was really enjoying it. I did not have it on par with season 2, which was my favorite season at that point, but I still thought it was good, and I thought they were doing a good slow burn for the first 7 episodes. I will tell you guys this, that is correct. See, episodes 1 through 7 is really more of a slow burn. It is setting things up, it is getting things in order, and episodes 8 through 13 is basically all payoff. It is fantastic the way they set up this season. And honestly, guys, I have to tell you, season 3 is on par for me with season 2. I did not think there was any way I was going to be able to say that. I wanted it to be as good, but I just didn't see how they'd do it. With everything they did in season 2, from the way they handled Daredevil and all the side characters to the introduction of the Punisher. I mean, the Punisher almost steals season 2 from Daredevil. He's so good and it's so well done. Everything that was in there, I just did not know how they could top season 2. And I won't say they topped it, but they got right on par with it for me. Now, season 3 is a different type of season than season 2. Both are very realistic and they're grounded in that real gritty Daredevil world that we've come to know and love. And not every season and not every comic book movie has to be, gritty and serious. But for some of them, it fits. And if that's the tone that you're deciding to go with, and it fits your character and it fits what you're doing and it fits your story, then go for it. Now, Daredevil, they set that up from season 1, that this is a real world. It is a grittier, darker world with real human problems, and it is with some slight fantastic elements in it. And by slight, they keep it pretty slight. And they stuck with that theme through season 2. And they have carried it on through season 3. And it works out great. It is awesome. Now, the difference between season 2 and season 3, and I struggled with this because they are vastly different seasons, but they're both just as good in their own right. Season 2, you get a lot of visuals and we get a lot of action. In season 3, they tone back a little bit on the action. Not a lot. There's still plenty of action in there. I love my action. I love seeing my action fight scenes and everything like that. And they do them in this, and they do them wonderfully. But there are fewer of them. And that makes room for what they decided to focus on, and that's their characters and who they are and their core essentials. Because I'll tell you guys, when I got done watching season 3 and I'm thinking about it and I was looking to see, what is this? What did I just watch? What just happened in this? And as I was thinking about it as a whole, I came to a realization that to me, season 3, what I got out of it is that at its core, it is a story basically about 3 men and what they are willing to do, each one of them, what they are willing to do, what they are willing to give up, what they are willing to sacrifice for the things and the people that they love the most. That is really what it is at its core. You've got a lot of great surrounding characters in there, and you've got another guy that some would say, well, maybe, I'd say maybe it's about four men. Well, for me, I can't really do that because that fourth guy, who is a great character and is portrayed wonderfully, man, he does an awesome job. And I love what they do with that character, but for me, I compare him more to Black Panther in Civil War. I loved Black Panther in Civil War. It was awesome. But he wasn't a part of really the main story. He kind of had his own thing that was going on. And it just happened to intertwine with what was going on with Steve Rogers and Tony Stark, which their story was really the main story and the main focus. And I would say that it would be kind of a comparison to that. This guy is a part of the main story, but he is not really in the main story. He kind of has his own thing that's going on. His own story. It just kind of intertwines with the main story. But he's not fully involved and into it like these other three guys are. And the three guys being Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, Daredevil, Matt Murdock, and then the detective, I cannot remember his name right now off the top of my head, and I wish I could because I really loved his character. I was extremely happy with what they did with his character. I was extremely happy with how he was portrayed and how the actor, what a fantastic job he did. I'd love to see him in some more things. I thought he was great. He was awesome. But really, it is those three characters and what they are willing to do. And you see each of them, and you see them not as you see them as real people with real problems. Things that each one of us can relate to in different ways, maybe not to the extreme that they deal with it, but to an extent we can all kind of understand, yeah, I've kind of been there before. Yeah, I can see why he would do that. And they're faced with impossible obstacles and impossible choices that they have to overcome and have to live with the consequences of the decisions that they're making. And you've got characters like the Kingpin, like Wilson Fisk, and I love the fact that minor, very, very, slight spoiler. I wouldn't even say it is a spoiler. But we do actually get him referred to as the Kingpin, and we see him as the Kingpin. And we also see how he operates and more of how he thinks and how he deconstructs situations and people and breaks them down and how powerful his mind is. But not even just his mind. This man has the ability to empathize and sympathize with people on another level than most of us would be able to. And you see that he's got this great gift to do that and that he could do some wonderful things with that. But he chooses not to. He chooses to use it for his own benefit. And when I saw that, man, that was powerful, just seeing the choices that he makes. But that still at his core, he's still a human being that has people that he loves and cares about, and he will go to any means to protect them. And then you've got Daredevil. Oh my goodness. Everything that they do with Daredevil is fantastic and riveting. Just when I think that they can't break him down anymore and take him any lower, they do. And guys, whenever that I heard that Season 3 was going to be reverting back to the black suit instead of our standard red suit, I was like, whoa, hang on a minute. Why are we going back to the original black suit? I mean, I like it, but come on. We need to see Daredevil in his standard red suit. I mean, why are we moving backwards? We should be moving forwards. But when I saw it, and after finishing season 3, that was the right decision to make. Because Daredevil, we see him going through so much to the point that he is questioning every aspect of his life. And not just as Daredevil, but as Matt Murdock too. Questioning his values, his ethics, his code, everything that he has fought for and believes in, he's questioning all of it. Questioning his existence and his purpose in life. Again, not just as Daredevil, but as Matt Murdock too. He is stripped down to the barest of who he is. And he is having to come to terms with some of the decisions he's made and where he is in his life and who he is. And he has to solidify some things. And it is just raw and gritty, and I loved it. I loved everything they did with it. But if you do that with the character, and then you go and put him in that awesome, I love the red suit. It looks awesome. But if you take him and then put him in that flashy red suit, it doesn't work. But you take this broken character, and then he's just in the black. That's it. It's hardly even, it's almost a stretch to even call it a costume. But you put him in that, he doesn't have his nunchucks, he doesn't have any of his special gadgets or anything like that. Nothing. It's just him. It's just who he is. And it was amazing. And then I don't want to say too much about the detective and the new character, because that would be, it'd be hard to do that without really spoiling it. But everything that goes on with him and the struggles that you see that he is having to deal with his family and everything that is going on there, and then who he is as a person and what he wants to be and the example that he wants to leave for his family is powerful. It really is. So at its core, I would say this is a story about 3 men and their decisions and everything that they are willing to do for the people they care about and for the people that they love and what they love, and just all of that. And it is great, guys. So a vastly different season from season 2. Not as focused on the visuals and the violence or the fighting scenes and the action, everything, but the characters and the story and everything they do with that. It's fantastic. It's marvelous, guys. You really need to check it out. I think if you'll really sit down and watch it and take it in and see what's there, I think you'll really enjoy it. I really think you will. I know I did. And like I said, I'd have to put it on par with season 2, even though it's vastly different. They're both just as good, just for different reasons. And again, the action in season 3 is there and it works well. They seem to love putting Daredevil in confined spaces and constricting, making them more and more confined every time. and just seeing him fight in that. So there's some scenes like that are pretty cool. You guys will enjoy it. But I would have to give this a solid 9 out of 10. The only thing that I would say was a minus was I would have liked to see one more episode, just so we could have had a little bit more time. But very, very minor gripe. But check it out, season 3 of Daredevil. It's awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. Let me know, have you watched it yet or not? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about Season 3 of Daredevil. And I'll see you guys next time.